Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I've been talking about trade deadline predictions and getting ready, all these different cool videos and stuff like that, and I've been having some great dialogue with everybody, and I appreciate and get some great suggestions and ideas, and I love having dialogue. You guys make this channel better, so thank you. Okay. By the way, for the people that, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you come back. If you do enjoy good baseball content and fun stuff, then I definitely encourage you to stick around and hit that subscribe button. Take a look at all the videos that I put out. I've got over 100 videos already out, and don't miss out on the stuff that I'm going to be putting out moving forward. So hit that bell next to it today. Okay, and I appreciate my regulars. You guys are the best. I appreciate you as always. But today, I want to talk about no whiteboard today. I want to talk about the the dumbest, most ridiculous rules in baseball, okay? Where you're like, what the, it's one of those rules where everybody just, if you go to the game and something happens and people are like, what the hell? What the fuck? It's those rules, okay? Those rules that just don't make any sense to anybody, okay? Even baseball people, baseball players are like, what book are you talking about? So let's go over those rules. Number one, and some of these are unwritten, some of them are actually written in the baseball handbook. But the first one is unwritten. I call it the Fernando Tatis rule. I'm sure you know about the Fernando Tatis phony scandal that happened about a week ago, where the Padres were playing the Texas Rangers, and they were up by about 6 runs, maybe 7 runs. Bases were loaded. It was a 3-0 count. Tatis, one of the best young superstars in all of baseball, was thrown a meatball. So he took it deep and hit a grand slam. That's a scandal. That exactly. Coaches attacked him. The guy had to apologize for hitting a grand slam. People thought he was showing them up or helping to pad the score, run up the score. Okay. First of all, this guy apologized for hitting a grand slam. He apologized more for that than the Astros did for cheating themselves into a 2017 World Championship. Okay. Let's put that into perspective. Okay. That one alone. That whopper alone, okay? Secondly, I always thought it was his job as a hitter to hit the ball, right? How about throw a better pitch? Don't throw a meatball to one of the best hitters in baseball on a 3-0 count, okay? Just a thought, okay? Yeah, again, sometimes, pitchers don't have it. I get it. It happens, But if the ball's coming right down the middle, and you have somebody of his caliber, yeah, chances are he's probably going to hit it to the moon. Okay, so I'm not saying penalize the pitcher, but what the hell are you attacking Fernando Tatis for? Okay, and last I looked, there are 27 outs in a game, and teams have come back from more than 10 or 11 runs down. That's the whole point of comebacks. Okay, so I'll never understand that one. It's he's one of the reasons we watch baseball. He's one of the young, most dynamic, exciting players. Him, Vlad Jr., like all these young stud players. I mean, they're so much fun to watch. And, what the hell's the problem with him hitting a grand slam on a 3-0 pitch? So many players do it. And I actually did a video on it. Take a look in the description down below. You'll see. I went into detail about it and gave my thoughts on that video. So make sure you take a look. Number 2, this one, I just constipate. It's just the Infield Fly Roll. What the fuck? Okay, you have it's let's say it's a game 7 of the playoffs, and ALCS or whatever, 2 teams, and the runners on. You have runner on first and second, right? Or second and third, whatever. And it's 2 outs. The batter's up, and he hits a towering fly ball. The runner on first and second, let's say, he's automatically out. Automatically out. What if that rule didn't exist and he hit the towering fly ball? The 2 runners just ran like a bat out of hell. There's a bug. There's like a bat out of hell, and the guy dropped the ball, and both of them scored, and the team won the game. That would have been like one of the most exciting things ever. But instead, you hit this fly ball. 2 guys are on base, and you're automatically out. Who came up with this rule? Why? Ugh. Number 3. Looking at my book because I researched all this stuff. And number 3 and number 5 are kind of similar. So let me just I'll combine them together because I was going to do the 6 most ridiculous rules, but we'll do the 5, and I'm going to combine 3 and 5. Do not react enthusiastically to a home run or a strikeout or whatever. Don't bat flip or don't pump your hands after a strikeout. God forbid you show enthusiasm in the biggest stage in the world in sports, in a very intense game during the postseason when there's 50,000 people in there going insane, where the energy levels are through the roof. God forbid you show enthusiasm. I remember in 2000, it was Game 6 of the ALCS, the Yankees versus Seattle Mariners. I was there with my mom. Game 6, I think it was the 8th inning or bottom of the 7th, and the Yankees were down by 2. And David Justice comes up and he hits a 3-run home run to either tie it or put them 1 run ahead. People were ready to tear the stadium down. They were so excited. There was so much energy in that place. Justice was fired up. All the Yankees were fired up. And it's just like hitting a walk-off home run or get Jose Bautista bat flip, okay? Or the Jabba Chamberlain or Randy Johnson pumping his fist after a big strikeout. You're not showing people up. You're showing enthusiasm, okay? I get it if you run around the base and you're staring at the pitcher and you start taunting. That's one thing. Or if you're pitching and you're walking off, you start taunting. That's another thing. But like that, that I don't see that happening very on a regular basis. I don't get that. And the other part of this is don't retaliate. Let's say, the Blue Jays hit 3 consecutive home runs off of whoever, another pitcher from Houston Astros, let's say, and the pitcher decides he gets a little pissed off now, and he decides to hit the next batter to make a statement. Okay, fine. As long as you're not hitting the guy in the head, trying to kill him. I get the gesture, okay? And chances are the team in the following inning is going to come back and make a similar gesture if they haven't been worn jet and all this stuff. Mind you, in hockey, they're beating the living piss out of each other in the middle of the ice. It's like the UFC, and they go to the penalty box for 5 minutes. They come back with half their teeth. They play, okay, all the time. Basketball, they're dirty. It's football. They're trying to kill each other. The guys are trying to take out. They're trying to tear your ACL every play. Okay, hits are dirty, and some of them are flagrant. I get, and some get flagged and blah blah blah. But like hitting a guy, only hit the guy in the butt after you get tagged for 3 home runs. I mean, come on, Or Joe Kelly being suspended for 8 games for almost hitting somebody. Almost, really? Like, come on. There are greater tragedies in sports. I'm sorry, but there are. Okay, that's 3 and 5. I just combined them. Let's go to number 4 now. Okay, and yeah, this one, like, I get the thing, but like, don't bunt during a no hitter or a perfect game. Okay. Well, the batter's job is to hit the ball, put the bat in the ball, whether it's bunt or swing or whatever. And that's one reason no hitters in perfect games is so rare, because it's so hard to accomplish, because you're pitching against the best players in the world. Okay, they find a way to get on base. It's your job as a pitcher to find a way to get them out. Okay, it's the same thing as the other. The logic to me is just dumb. Do you tell pitchers, well, you haven't given up a hit in 8 innings? Can you like go easy on somebody this time? Like, get somebody on base. Let's make it more competitive. No, the logic is dumb. So just like the logic is dumb is don't bunt during a no hitter. It's dumb. If the guy, his specialty is bunting, like a Brett Butler or someone like that, and he's not a Mike Trout, well, what the hell's the problem? That's his job. I get it, the superstition of people, he can't do bad in the game, he's got a perfect game, and I get it. People are going to find a way to get pissed and outraged, but that's the game. There's not a rule that says you can't do that, okay? So why? This is like, these things, that's why I said they're the dumbest, most ridiculous unwritten or written rules in baseball, because, like, what the hell, man? Come on, okay? And the last one. This one's a doozy. I didn't even know it existed until recently. If a ball, okay, let's say a pitcher throws the ball and it's not batted, it's not touched by the bat, but it goes past the bat, a swing and a miss, and it even misses the catcher's glove, and it gets stuck in his mask, or it gets stuck in the umpire's mask. If you have a runner on first and second, they move to second and third. If you have a runner on second and third, they move from third to home. Just because the ball gets stuck in somebody's mask behind home plate, not even on the field. Okay, I think it's Rule 5.09G or something like that. Take a look at the Major League Rule Book. It's there. Yeah, it gets past the catcher and gets either stuck in past the catcher's mitt and gets stuck in his mask or the umpire's mask. It's actually the runner's advance. I don't know who made that rule up, but it's a rule. And yeah, I don't understand this stuff. Just like I don't understand, don't you dare show enthusiasm. This is 2020. The game has evolved. This isn't 1950 where they hit the ball and they run around the bases and they come and shake their hands and just go. And there's no personality to most of the players. And God forbid you show some kind of emotion. People get all over you and it's like, oh, if memory serves me, at football games, they're doing these dances and stuff like that when they score a touchdown. Backflips, they're bowling fake balls and knocking their players over. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, right? In hockey, they throw a goal. They're throwing hundreds of fish onto the field. What the? Like that kind of stuff is just. It's the whole point. You're athletes. You're competitors. People will do anything to get to the major leagues. And there's no better feeling than hitting a game-tying home run or throwing a no-hitter or getting that guy out, the bases loaded, or a walk-off. Like, what are you supposed to do? Right. Come on, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. So, my tone's a little different today, but I wanted to address this because this is just ridiculous. And as a lifelong baseball fan, theyese are the types of things that it just doesn't make sense. Like, why the hell are these things in the game? Why? Can we can we keep moving forward here in the game? These athletes are super duper athletes, and they're stronger than ever, faster than ever, more competitive than ever, and they seem to be less durable than ever. But that's another thing. Okay, that could be one of the reasons why their bodies are being pushed to the extreme. So at the expense of mobility or flexibility and certain things like that, and being a flexibility and musculoskeletal therapist, I can see some of those things which puzzles me as to why so many people get hurt and why a tight calf knocks you out for 6 weeks. Okay, that stuff puzzles me because I've worked on professional runners and stuff like that, and you're not going to miss 6 weeks. Okay, but again, they have their own trainers and all that stuff. That's a whole nother story. That could be in a whole nother video. But I don't want to start anything controversial either. But hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this, if you want to watch some more videos. And if you haven't yet, it's really helpful and it means a lot to me. And even if you don't plan on watching the videos, at the very least, hit the thumbs up of any videos that you watch. It's really helpful to the channel. With that, take a look in the description. Take a look at some other videos if you haven't yet. And be safe and healthy, and I'll talk to you next time.